Hey guys, Brad Gilmore here. Want to give a big shout out to our title sponsor, Walker Texas Lawyer. If you or a loved one have been injured in an accident, whether that be a car, truck, motorcycle accident, or some kind of other issue, hit up Walker Texas Lawyer at 713-552-1117 or walkertexaslawyer.com.
Oh, Brad, what have you done now?
Broadcasting live from Houston, Texas, and around the world. TV host, best-selling author, and radio personality Brad Gilmore brings you a collection of conversations with stars from movies.
Matthew McConaughey.
Brad Gilmore.
Mark Wahlberg.
Hey, how are you?
The legendary Mr. Christopher Lloyd. Christopher, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Great introduction.
Television.
Jimmy Fallon joins us this morning. Jimmy, how you doing, my friend?
Good morning. Thank you so much, Brad, for having me. I appreciate this, bud.
Kelly Ripa.
Brad, thank you for having me.
Comedy.
Jay Leno joins us. Jay, how you doing?
Hey, Brad, what's going on?
Chris Tucker is in the building. Chris Tucker, good morning to you.
Hey, Brad. Good morning to you. How are you?
Gabriel Fluffy Iglesias.
Good morning.
Music.
Lola Monroe.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
The legendary frontman of AC/DC, Brian Johnson, joins us right now. Brian, how you doing?
Good morning, Bradford. Looking to talk to me funny, lad.
Grammy Award winner Maya joins us.
How are you?
And more. This is The Collection. Now your host, The Boat.
Brad Gilmore! And we're here to talk about it right now. Comicpalooza around the corner. I cannot wait to step on the convention floor and see all the incredible things they got. One of them is she's joining us right now to talk about the Itasha Showdown, which is going to feature all kinds of things this year. And he's the man with the plan, Koriey Dixon. Koriey, how you doing?
Doing pretty good. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Tell people exactly what it is. Like, if they have never heard of what the Itasha Showdown is, like, give people like a little bit of background on what it is and how you became involved in it.
So it's basically themed cars. They have a bunch of fanatics out there like myself who decide to go all in on certain animes like Naruto, Superman, Green Lantern, whatever it may be, Freddy Krueger, and they go out and they clad their car. They go out and they go to a wrap shop. They pay an artist to do something custom to their liking, and they plaid that all over their car and they ride around with it. And that's basically what it is. We have 100 of those types of vehicles on the floor this year, which is an increase from the year before.
So let me ask you this, how did you become involved in this particular sector of Comicpalooza?
Well, I begged them to allow me to put my car on the floor one year, and they let me do it. And it was very successful. We had a very positive response from the crowd. And I think that's the reason why they invited me back, and they asked me to find a few more cars like mine's. And that's been the journey. Every year I'm finding more and more, because with every community out there, especially the Itasha community, and I'm finding with the RC community too, everybody's looking for someplace to belong. And Comicpalooza has become that for our community.
Yeah, Comicpalooza continues to add things such as the Itasha Showdown, the podcast program that they've reached out to and helped cultivate. It's really become a destination, not just for people here in the city, for all over the state and the country for that matter. Now, you said it started with you begged them to get your car on the showroom floor. What car was this? What was your first kind of a piece of pop culture automobile?
So I'm a Mopar guy at heart. I'm becoming a Tesla guy now, but I have a Dodge Challenger, and I cladded that with Naruto because Naruto resonates with me. He's a kid. He never gives up. He had to figure out how he learned so that he could progress in life, and he became the best at everything he tried.
Now, when people go and do these wraps and work with the artist and design it, is it similar in the way that people maybe design a tattoo to where they want to tell a story, a visual story with it, or even an anime for that matter, or a graphic novel or comic? You want there to be a story, or is it more so about the pomp and circumstance and the wow factor?
It depends on the driver, right? So a lot of us will tell a new story. It's something that they maybe they saw a scene and it resonated with it so much, but this is the way they interpreted it. So around the car, as you walk around the car, that scene develops and uh, comes to life for everybody else to see their vision. And some people, it's like they want to be seen. It's the brightest thing you've ever seen, and it's just like if in Japan they say Itasha is a is I'm losing my train of thought. But, Itasha is a painful car. It's a painful thing. Well, to some people it can be that way, but to us, it's like the pain of respect. We're gonna do something that's tasteful and classy, and it's gonna be a work of art that pays tribute to not just the community, but to the genre and to the character that we love.
So when you designed your first one and you're going through the process, like how long does it take from conception of the idea to the car is finished? Like how long is the process?
It can be anywhere from 2 weeks to 6 months. I'm trying to redesign mines right now, and it's taken me a year to get the right artist because I'll start with an artist and we go down a road and he just can't capture the vision that I want to capture. So I have to scrap that design and go with somebody else. It can become expensive because you pay for that time, but it's worth it when you get what you're looking for, just like a tattoo. When you get what you're looking for and you're ready to live with it for 5 years or 6 years, you're just happy. You can't beat that feeling.
No, you can't beat the feeling. And now you've expanded it every year over year, from begging to get your car on the showroom floor, like you said, to now you're the man with the plan. You put it all together. You found, I believe you said, hundreds of different people who want to showcase their vehicles. But you've also expanded it past just cars. What other kind of vehicles are there on the showroom floor?
So we've opened it up to the RC community last year, and we had a solid participation from a group of young people who, again, this community that they're looking. There's nothing in Houston really for them, and Comicpalooza gave them a home, and now we've grown that from I think 15 people to 36 people this year. And these are just young people who are a part of the community, and they come out and they drift the night away. They drift the days away. There's the 1/10 drift cars that are, some of them are just like the big Itashas. It's almost like a small Itasha Showdown right there on the floor. They do stunts and they just have fun for the day, and people can come and watch and relax in between the different sets of things that happen. We have crawlers this year that's really going to be nice. Crawlers are like the lifted trucks of the RC world. And we have some people who created a course, and I'm going to actually go to Austin and pick that up and bring it back. And we're going to set it up, and hopefully everybody loves it. And then we have the lowrider bikes. Now,
Yes.
I've seen these guys around at different car shows, and I kind of feel like they were like us. They kind of like get stuck off in the corner somewhere, and you have to find them. Like you have to find where they are. Where Comicpalooza has allowed me to offer them a platform to where we can put them right up front so that they can show off the themes that they love, whether it be traditional lowrider themes or, we got some Marvin the Martian, we have Joker, we have a bunch of different designs and characters that are going to be there this year.
So I have to ask you, this year's Comicpalooza is big for many different reasons. There's so many things that people can go see on the showroom floor and people that they can meet and exhibits that they can view. One thing that I'm particularly excited for is you have Christopher Lloyd, you have Michael J. Fox, you have the Back to the Future, screening and all the things that are going on with that. To me, the DeLorean is the most iconic film car of all time. This is my personal opinion. But I want to ask you, Koriey, what do you think the most iconic film car is, or what is your favorite car on film or television?
Honestly, I'm a big Supernatural fan. So when I see Baby on the floor, I always go crazy. So that's my favorite right now.
Yeah, yeah. I love and that's one thing that's great about Comicpalooza is you can always kind of find those things that you've always seen on television or movies and love and be able to experience it. What really, let me ask you that, what does Comicpalooza mean to you?
It's a home. I wasn't into comic conventions before I did my car the way it was, the way it is. Um, I would just go out to different car meets and just pop up and say, hey, I found out about these comic conventions, and once I became a part of the community, I found a home. That's what it means. It's just community.
Yeah, it's a community atmosphere and it's always great. Now, okay, give me this because if somebody comes again and they have not seen and Itasha Showdown before. I know you've mentioned several aspects of what people can expect, but give me the elevator pitch again. What can people go? I'm walking up. I'm a patron the first time. I'm there for a different reason, but I walk over to this area. Walk me through the things that I can do and what can I see and what can I participate in and things of that nature.
So you can walk over there. In our area, we have NASA, we have the creator space, so they're printing out 3D whatever you can imagine. In some cases, they're printing it out for you, right? That's the first thing you're going to see when you walk into the area. You can learn about how we've recently gone back to the moon, and this year we're working with some local companies. Like I don't know if I can say their names or not, but we're working with some local companies along with NASA. So we're working with some local companies. Like HOK is one of the largest architectural and engineering firms in the country. We're working with some of the Boeing engineers. We're working with the NASA team to help bring out the RC area. So this year we're making our best attempt to clad that area like a moon landing. So the guys will be drifting on the moon and people can come out and experience that. For the little kids, we have some mini Z racing that they can come out and just experience. We'll have people to help them out if they never experienced real RC cars, because you can buy the little ones at the store, but these are the real things. So it's a different vibe. You'll have cosplayers and you'll be able to, in some cases, some drivers will let you sit in the cars, but typically you don't touch unless you have permission, you know what I mean? But you'll be able to actually get to know some of the drivers, because every driver has a story or reason why, whether it be they're a cancer survivor or they've been cyberbullied or whatever it is. Just about every driver has a story that they're telling with their cars, and they're more than willing to share and relate to your story.
Oh man, well Koriey, I cannot wait to see this for the first time for my own eyes, and I'm sure everybody watching and listening can't wait to see it themselves. I want to end with this, because it is Comicpalooza, and they happen to be featuring my favorite film of all time on Sunday, really all weekend. What is your favorite movie of all time and why?
My favorite movie, you put me on the spot with that one. My favorite movie would be
There's so many options, I know. There's so many ways you
so
can go with
many
this.
options, but I'm not going to say movie right now. I'm really enjoying Star Trek Discovery. I started watching it from the beginning, and I've watched it almost 2 times now. I really like the way that they came up with some realistic, in my mind, sci-fi situations and some of the drama that could happen in the future. They've done a very good job at storytelling, and I just love Star Trek Discovery right now.
All right, I'll take it. Well, you know what, Koriey Dixon, thank you so much for joining me, taking the time, and I can't wait to come shake your hand in person and see what everything you have going on at this year's Comicpalooza.
Thank you so much.